So I wanted to do a review on this robot window cleaner. I'm really big into high-tech gadgets. I've got the robot mops, I've got the robot vacuum cleaners. I even had a robot that would make my bed for me, although that doesn't work anymore. It was a short-lived thing. But this device is designed to physically clean your windows. Now, I've had it for a little while and I've learned a few things about it. The first of which is that the plug is very loose. So if that plug comes undone, this thing is going to lose power and you take a chance on this thing falling. It is a 110 powered device, it's not wireless. So it has a single button that controls it. So you plug it in, like I said, make sure this is tied in a knot, because if that comes loose, you're gonna lose it. It does have a fall arrest cord that you can use to tie above the window. So in case it does fall, it won't completely obliterate this thing. It actually works relatively well. I've been shocked at how well it does work. Now, I will give you the caveat that I have, that I am legally blind. So when I clean windows, I notoriously am missing things or I have spots. This thing takes care of all that for me, and it's got audio beeps and sounds to let me know when it's done. So let me go ahead and get some spray here, and I'm just using some normal glass cleaner. I have found that you want to be liberal with the glass cleaner. It does tend to make a difference. You get less streaks that way. All right, we'll put that up here. So you hold the unit up against the glass, put pressure on it. You push and hold the single button, and immediately the suction kicks in, and it's solid. I can't hardly pull this off the window. So now when I push the button, this will engage the robotics to go ahead and start the cleaning. So as you can see, it's using a methodology to go back and forth and work its way around the window. I've got multiple windows like this in my home, which, depending on what I'm using, it could take 5 or 10 minutes to clean. With this, I just turn it on and walk away and work on something else, and I listen for the beeps to let me know when it's done. It doesn't take all that long really to do a large window like this. I have found myself using this on large mirrors, like in my bathroom. I use it on my glass shower door in my bathroom, and it works great. I will tell you, I bought this on Amazon, and this is November of 2024. This is the week of Thanksgiving. So I paid just a little shy under $200 for this unit. This is the 5th generation of this particular model. It has the 2 pads that have removable, I guess you call them cleaner pads, that come off, and you can wash those in a washing machine or a dishwasher, whatever you want to wash those in. It does come with multiple replacements in the package itself. when the unit senses that it's about to complete the job, there'll be a series of short beeps to give you a warning that the unit is nearing completion. And once it completes, it makes an auditory beep that's just continuous to let you know that it is done, and it continues to hold suction on the window so it doesn't fall. Now, I personally have not left this on for very long. Once I hear that long auditory sound, that beep, I typically get to it fairly quickly because I don't want to take a chance on it falling. It's 28 degrees today, and I was using this outside the house, and it was cleaning outside the house with no problems. Being a 110 electric unit, you do have to have power. But what I have found is I have a portable power station I take around in case of emergencies. And what I'll do is I'll carry that portable power station with me, plug this into that power station, and I can use it on a ladder. I can use it out in my barn, wherever I have windows that are hard to reach and hard to get. All I gotta do is get to the window one time and then start this thing and let it go. We're starting to hear the single beep tones indicating that it is getting close to complete. I have used a squeegee in the past. A squeegee, of course, is much quicker, but I don't believe it's as thorough and gets the windows quite as clean as this thing does. There's our sound telling us that the unit's done. So all we have to do is push that single button, and that will stop the unit. Hold it. The suction stops, and you could just simply remove it off of the glass. But there you go. That's all there is to it. Thank you for watching.
Hi, Blake here with another review. This is for this automated robot window cleaner. It's pretty cool. The only issue, so I'm doing this on a dry erase board to kind of show, because as you can see, they are round pads, so the corners most likely aren't going to get any attention. So how it works, and I've actually tried out one of these before, or not the same one, but a similar one before, and I really like this tether design because it actually has an eye hook that screws in and out, and then what you want to do is tether it to the power cord, so that way if, you know, it loses suction or whatever, it doesn't just fall to its death. But the other thing that's kind of annoying about this is the cleaner compartment cap is like really hard to get on and off, hence why I'm using pliers right now. See, like that's ridiculous. Let me get it off, hold on. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so yeah, really difficult to get on and off. You also have your remote, so you can do like your auto mode, and then, or you can manually direct it to go up, down, start, stop, and then whether or not you want the spray on. So I don't have a lot of, I should probably put more fluid in there to make sure it works. Give me a minute. Okay, so I just topped off the fluid. So how it works, you go ahead and, oh, I should probably plug it in. Before, when I was talking about tethering the safety cord to the power line, that was a mistake. I mean, tether it to something and make sure there's enough length to reach everywhere, but ideally you want to tether it somewhere high so it's only long enough to where it'll be, you know, right before hitting the ground. So when you're using it, you do want to hold it up against the surface first and then just hold down the power button. And I will say, this one is so much quieter than the other one I tried. So let's go ahead and see if we can actually see the... Why are the things not spraying? So I'm going to try and get it up to that corner. Maybe I should start it closer to the corner. I don't see any spray coming out. Come on, get up there. Come on, jeez, I'm gonna have to play this on like super speed. There we go. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, how it's gonna miss all the corners. I still haven't seen any spray come out. I haven't seen it spray a single time. Oh, there's that, finally. Or no, maybe not. Sorry, I'm really trying to see if anything ever comes out. So, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what. I read the directions. It should be on. I just don't ever see anything spraying out. So, one thing I'll tell you right off the bat is even, okay, so it was apparently spritzing a little bit here and there. But one thing I will tell you right off the bat, at least based on what I'm seeing with this, it barely squirts anything, especially if you're outdoors. Then the wind will, you know, like blow it out of the way. They should make it more angled, but whatever. There's some moisture on here. Very little though. Like, I don't think this works very well. But okay, sorry, I digress. So it does come with a little spray bottle. What I do is I just spray the Windex on the window beforehand, and then I put the thing on there, so like it already has a coat, and it does a decent job. But as you can see, it really will not get into the corners. So I'll give this a 3, maybe a 4. I'm kind of on the fence.
Works like a charm. Absolutely love it.
I absolutely love this device. It is fantastic. I highly recommend it. Oh my God, goodness. It leaves the glass super clean. Super clean, no streaks as you can see. What a time saver for me. And needless to say, an effort saver. Absolutely love it. Very simple instructions. Very easy to use. Highly recommended.